Welcome to On This Day by Psalmmy Trump. On this day, October 11th, 2020, something historic happened in Nigeria. The government officially announced the dissolution of SARS, which in full means Special Anti-Robbery Squad, a police unit that had become one of the most feared names in the country. For years, SARS was meant to protect Nigerians from armed robbers and violent crimes. But instead, countless citizens came forward with stories of harassment, torture, extortion, and killings. Young Nigerians, especially those with laptops, iPhones, dreadlocks, or even cars, became constant targets. Many people couldn't even walk freely without fear of being stopped or profiled. By early October 2020, frustration had reached a boiling point. Videos of brutality started spreading across social media, showing innocent citizens beaten and even killed by men in uniform. That was when the movement began #EndSARS. From Lagos to Abuja, Port Harcourt to Benin, Ibadan, Ilorin, Jos, and even outside Nigeria, young people poured into the streets. No political party, no violence, just voices united in one message. Enough is enough. They sang, they prayed, they carried placards. Some slept on the road, others provided food, water, and first aid for protesters. It was more than just a protest, it became a symbol of youth unity, courage, and hope for a better Nigeria. On October 11, 2020, after days of pressure, Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu announced that SARS had been disbanded. Nigerians celebrated online, but also remained cautious. Because, as many said, we've heard this before. Previous announcements to reform or dissolve SARS had been made, but the same officers always returned under new names. This time, people wanted proof, real justice for those who had been abused, and clear punishment for officers involved in brutality. The movement didn't stop there. Even after the disbandment, protests continued peacefully. But sadly, later in the month, the struggle would take a darker turn with the tragic events at Lekki Tollgate. Yet, despite the pain, the courage of October 2020 remains a turning point in Nigeria's modern history. It showed the power of youth, the power of unity, and the strength of a generation that refused to stay silent. So today, October 11th, we remember the day the government said SARS is dissolved. But we also remember the voices that made it happen, the brave Nigerians who stood for justice. That was what happened on this day, October 11th, 2020, when Nigeria officially ended SARS. May the fight for justice never be forgotten, and may our voices continue to shape the nation. Subscribe to Psalmmy Voice for more true stories from Nigeria's past and present.